Ah, my glorious king, Son Goku. This man, Son Goku, is the greatest anime character ever created. Being a Goku fan is not only a trait, it's a lifestyle. Dress like Goku, train like Goku, eat like Goku, meditate like Goku, fight like Goku, and overcome challenges like Goku. This man inspired me not only to pick up working out, but he also made me become a better person. And yes, I know that the original Funimation dub turned Goku into Superman, but my point still stands. This is my GOAT. But before I get to his accomplishments, I have to debunk some of the allegations against this man. First and foremost, this man is not an idiot, or at least is not as much as some of you guys think. And before some of y'all start, no, I'm not saying that this nigga is a super genius. Goku has almost no knowledge of math, science, or literature. If you ask this man to solve this equation, he would respond like this.
What's this? Huh? What's this? What the fuck is this?
But in Goku's defense, not only was he never enrolled in a real school, furthermore, he doesn't even know that stuff. Goku's job is to save the day, box up the bad guys, and shoot Kamehameha. Not to win a academic scholarship. How is knowing about AP Physics and pre-cal going to help this nigga in a fight? Exactly, you won't, so shut your trap! Secondly, he's best friends with Bulma Breeze, you know, the woman who built a whole time machine by herself. However, despite me not 100% agreeing with this argument, I can at least see the rationale behind this argument. However, for the life of me, I cannot fathom how someone could think that Goku is a bad father. Worst part is, this isn't even a new take. This idea has been circulating around the community for years. Hell, in Dragonballz Abridged, the most popular abridged series of all time, it is a running joke that Goku is a terrible father. And I'm not faulting TFS for this decision, mainly because it's funny as hell.
What would Dad do in this situation? Bye, son!
Unfortunately, some of y'all can't separate the real series from a parody, and thus y'all truly believe that Son Goku is a terrible father. And I'm about to just, you know what I'm saying, lift off some of the reasons why this is a terrible argument. Firstly, Goku's world is entirely different from ours, so the standards by which he is graded should by default be different. Yes, a father should spend as much time with his family as he can. However, when there is a planet-destroying entity on a routine basis, can you really blame Goku for prioritizing training? Especially since he's the nigga that everybody counts on to save the day. Secondly, in the original series, Goku died twice for his son. That alone should put him in B+ tier. Thirdly, Goku does spend a considerable amount of time nurturing his son. If I go to the Saiyan saga all the way to the Buu arc, Goku spends a total of 8 years with his son. At least 4 from before the Saiyan saga, 3 in preparation for the androids, and 1 in the hyperbolic time chamber. Furthermore, when Goku isn't there, he's either training so he can beat the op, or he's dead. Well, with that being said, I rest my case. And now we can move on to why Goku is my glorious king. Number 1, Goku is the best hand-to-hand fighter in anime. I don't want to hear about Left Right Itadori, I don't want to hear about Naruto, and I definitely do not want to hear about the Gum Gum Man. I'm talking about Kakarot. This nigga is the master of throwing hands. Exhibit A, this man, when he was only in his 40s, managed to learn a technique that allows him to fight off pure instinct, aka he doesn't even have to think to throw a punch. Keep in mind, this is a technique that takes hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years for people to master, and yet this nigga did it in like 50 minutes. That's my GOAT right there. Secondly, this man has some of the best fights Shonen has ever seen. I don't care if this show is over 40 years old. This nigga's fights is hard body. Goku vs. Cell is an example. This fight has some of the cleanest choreography in hand-to-hand combat in the entire show. Like, look at this footage. This fight was animated in the 90s, and yet it still holds up over 30 years later. And if you don't believe me, alright, I'm gonna give you some examples. Goku vs. Vegeta. Goku vs. Vegeta 2. Goku vs. Frieza.
You know what? Here go 2 more for y'all.
I could list more examples, but that's all I need. This man's accomplishments speak for themselves. While we're talking about Goku fighting niggas, we also gotta discuss how Goku is one of the most disrespectful characters in anime when he feels like it. If Goku finds out he's stronger than you, he will quite literally just start busting that shit and doing random shit that he's never done before. When he was fighting Ice Shenron, when his arms were frozen, he put his whole foot in this nigga's mouth. Like, you can't tell me that this nigga didn't have another move. You telling me this was the only option he had? And that's not the only example we have of this. If we go to the Frieza fight, look at how this man's moving. Like, dog, all these flips are unnecessary as hell. And then after kicking Frieza in his face, he's gonna start posing behind him like, dog, we see the fit. I talk about it more in this video, but in short, Goku is very disrespectful. Like, Goku will run up on you and then jump on your bald head for no reason. This nigga just moves different. He's my GOAT. And I haven't even talked about how he be moving in the movies. If you think the Funimation dub was bad in the series, they had this man turning into Jesus Christ himself out here reviving dead animals. And dog, he was not moving like this in the show. They really tried to push this environmental message in the first half of these movies. Like, dog, I cannot believe that there is so many different interpretations of Goku. He is still my glorious king. This man is an inspiration for millions worldwide. He inspires so many people besides myself to pick up working out and improve themselves no matter what. RIP the GOAT Akira Toriyama. He really created a masterpiece and a masterclass of a character. I know there's other allegations against my GOAT, like how he has no character development, which I completely disagree. I think that Goku's character development from Dragon Ball all the way to the end of Z is one of the best in shonen. But yeah, that's all for this video, man. With that being said, go check out my other videos, like and subscribe if you're new. Show love to the channel. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and stay blessed, and I'm out.